Welcome, people. This is take 4, and we're all together, and I'm just going to say my piece. Adrian, don't make it so difficult. People, in YouTube world, being away for several weeks is really quite a plunge for a channel. Well, this channel doesn't make any money. The way a lot of YouTubers make money is by having enough contents, minimally 3 times a week situation, this and that, and keeping themselves out there and being noticed. And that's how they get put into the rhythm. Ooh, we like rhythm. They get put into the rhythm of, you might like this one and this one. So if you are virtually pretty flat line in your analytics, I'm just not sure what feed I'd be coming up on. So all of you people, my friends, that have subscribed with a bell, then at least you know that, wow, she's back. And best of luck to so many others. I apologize for being gone for so long. I just got into my head. I had agreed after years of saying, just forget about it. I agreed to have a mammogram. So you heard that. I haven't had a mammogram in many years. I've, let's say 5 years easily, okay? And I've had the same doctor, and very outspoken, and with the idea of right to life, of people and their health, and that I was not going to deal with this. That in Vegas, I'd had it briefly looked at several times, and I don't even really remember getting a mammogram. I do remember a little machine at the office, but what have you. No, at that time in Vegas, they were telling me it's nothing. And hey, people, let's roll those dice. You bet. You go, Vegas. We're going to continue to think it's nothing. But for several weeks, I had been sinking lower and lower into an emotional hole, and the idea that I was finally going to have a mammogram, and what that information could bring. I know that many of you out there have had such serious happenings medically, heart attacks, and everything else. And I just feel like I feel guilty for being afraid that I agreed to go get what mammogram I could get at the Kaiser near me, because several years ago, when she really wanted me to go get diagnostic imaging, it was going to have to be in Portland. And I don't get to Portland. What else? Everything about me was like, let's just call it nothing. And when I saw her in July was when I finally got to see her. It took me 5 months to have that appointment finally come to fruition and be able to see my primary care. And she again was so very concerned over this. I was like, look at it then, touch it. And I agreed that I would go and have a regular mammogram. And that took till September. So from early July to early mid September, that's been in my head and festering and festering and festering. I have a family that, has had a lot of illnesses, and I've always shared that my thoughts were that my window God, my God that's there for me, higher power, all the universe was like, this girl has had family members with really bad disease and this, that, and the other, and we'll just make her crazy. We'll just be here. And I'd forgotten, and I have forgotten, that I did have lumps in my boob before, not creating a root, like I call it, the root, and had them taken out in Hawaii, and in office procedure. They just like and took a sample, and in office, not hospital, not just awake. Just barely remember it. I guess I do like to push these things to the back of the brain. But those were nothing. But I can't remember which boob. Oh, all right. Well, I'm laughing today. I was determined that I would come on and have a little chit chat with you to say why I've been gone. And that's because I went into such a sad state of anxiety. And when I'm sad, anxious, and that anxious just starts becoming, gosh darn it, anxiety is a fear. And so I was feeling fear. And it was just easier as ever to circle the wagons around myself. And what I do, go ahead and binge watch television. I binge watched my 5 weeks. Not 5 weeks, it was 5 seasons of a medical program on Hulu. And so I watched that for going on 6 days straight, just constant watching, minimal 5 hours. 5 hours of this program a day, easily. So I watched that. It kept my attention. It was quirky, and it was not deep, and it was medical, which I like, and they were having lots and lots of surgeries. So they had really, really good fake broken limbs and all this kind of stuff. So that part, I really did just get to go down the rabbit hole for this 5 seasons and keep my mind just there and keep coming back from being anxious, scared, and plug back in. So that's what I've been doing. This recluse, it's just not enough just to be a recluse. I had to become a recluse and be just as small as I could be. And that's how I have referred to myself, because when I tell you, I lost my brave. I was just normally brave. And I could travel and do these things. But I've never just wanted to have to be with myself to worry about the outcome of this particular mammogram, which gave some imaging, but it was not a diagnostic imaging. And I had been so nervous that I badmouthed my doctor in front of the technician. And I feel really, really guilty about that. I laid everything on her door and didn't take any responsibility, and a huge responsibility of not having this ever looked at was mine. I insisted I wasn't going to do anything about it. So I am very, very sorry that there is now a technician in the X-ray department that thinks my doctor's this most horrible person, thanks to me. Wow, how's that? See, ended it with a little guilt trip to boot. I did that to myself, but that's it. We're going to have this little 10-minute chit-chat to tell you. I had my mammogram. It'll be a week till we get a result of what it can tell us. And take it from there, right, people? We'll just take it from there. And I know you'll be there for me. Janet, I've had these nails on for well over a week. Anything over a week could be a month to me, but people, I just love them so much. This gorgeous, gorgeous navy blue with shiny speckles. And these have been, these have been my pride and joy as ever. They're one of the most substantial pairs. Janet taught herself, does not have a business, does them for her own pleasure. And these nails, I don't know her technique, but they are so strong and sturdy and marvelous that, thank you, Janet. So all this time, I've been able to have the most beautiful nails while I was freaking out for myself, okay? Go ahead, give me your thoughts and prayers. I accept them, I appreciate them. I appreciate your friendship in any way, shape, or form, okay? So, it's over 10 minutes, I'm sorry. I just wanted to be able to come and tell you that I've not been available. I have so much to show you of things I've purchased, and I'm sitting here with this wonderful blanket on my chair behind me here, and if you can see, it's cats with surfboards and hula skirts and dancing with a hula skirt there. They're having cocktails, and it's a beautiful big white mini blanket. It's a small twin blanket. It's bigger than a throw, and it's thick plush white, and I'd gotten that at Goodwill, and I had made a video a while back and made a mistake in it, so I couldn't post it, and then I just went into shutdown. Okay. All right, everybody, I'm just gonna go ahead, and I want to thank again Janet. I wanted you to see these nails. I hope that you are doing well. I hope you are feeling well. And I have friend mail from Sandy at my Nutty Nook. Huge surprise. Thank you, Sandy. Huge surprise. And smack me upside the head surprise, I also have friend mail from Jen at Just Jen, and she reps this line. Oh, I have the box down over here. I haven't looked in it. I'd cut it open because I know that this pink zebra fragrance and such, so I thought, ooh, and seeing if I could be catching any scents. So I have this beautiful surprise friend mail from Just Jen. I have a large box next to me of goods from Sandy at my Nutty Nook, and I went crazy and decided to play that like penny game kind of whatever. I haven't played that in a really long time because they're too expensive for me, the amount that you have to spend to qualify for your free stuff and this, that, and the other. But that kept me occupied playing that game, Q1000 or whatever it is. So I have many things to show you, and today will be the day I will get one up. Let's first get this thing up. I love and appreciate all of you out there. I thought about you constantly. I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to record and visit with you, because I appreciate your visits so very much, okay? All right, Adrian, say goodbye. Goodbye.